If I was smart, I'd find you a star, and we could be in love.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, let me tell you that I do my FFs in a storytelling podcast format with my own voice in it. So in case you don't like to watch your FFs with voiceovers, then please put it on mute and read it like a storybook. But either of the case, if you like the story, do hit that subscribe button. And now, let's go.
That's how I feel.
Taehyung and you had an arranged marriage about a month ago. You always liked him since school days, and as soon as you got to know about his marriage proposal through a common relation, you immediately said yes. But soon after marriage, you understood that you two are contrasting personalities and could never be compatible. Just another day at school. Taehyung enters the class. All the students wish him, "Good afternoon, sir." "Afternoon. Everyone, sit down, please." In the middle of the lecture, he notices you dozing off. "Miss Ryan?" No response. He walks up to your desk. "Miss Ryan." He knocks at your desk, and you wake up instinctively. Yes, sir." "How dare you sleep in my class?" "No, sir, I wasn't sleeping." "Really? Tell me then, what were we discussing?" Out of my class." "Sorry, sir, it won't happen again." "No, you please leave. Let others study." You left the room quietly. While standing outside the class, you thought to yourself, "I don't know why was I in a hurry to say yes to this marriage. He might be good looking, but he does not have a heart inside. How can he behave so rudely with me? I'm his wife after all. God, how will I spend my entire life with this man?" Later in the break, your friends came and joined you in the school cafe and started teasing you. "Hey, what's up, sweetie? Looking so pretty today. What's the secret behind this glow? Tell us." All started giggling among themselves and teased you. "Come on, tell us. It's been a month now. How is Mr. Professor Hottie in bed?" "Shut up, Lucy." You pretended to arrange your books. "You're so boring. You never tell us anything." You're thinking in your head, "What do I tell these guys now? Forget about bed. My husband doesn't even talk to me properly. It's a shame we are married for a month and we haven't even gotten a little bit close." Just then, another student from the class walks up to you and says, "Ryan, Mr. Kim is calling you in his office." "Ooh, looks like Mr. Kim got needy in the middle of the school. Can't he wait till you guys get home?" All your friends laughed. You guys are crazy. You reached Mr. Kim's office. Taehyung looked damn angry and your throat got dried up. May I come in, sir?" "Please. Where is your concentration these days? Only 3 months are left in the final exams. You're already weak in 3 subjects out of 5. How are you going to pass if you continue to be so careless?" You bowed down your head. "I'm sorry, sir. I'll make sure I don't sleep in class again. This has happened 3 times in last 10 days. What has happened to you? You used to be so bright." "Actually, for the last 10 to 15 days, I've not been able to sleep properly." Taehyung makes an irritated face and slams on the table. "You live in a goddamn luxurious home, for heaven's sake. What else do you need to sleep properly?" You got scared and bowed down your head. "Ryan, please leave. There is no use of wasting time on trying to make you understand. You go and play with those other silly girls." "I'm sorry, sir. You have clearly taken your future for granted. Since you're already married now, what's the need of focusing on your career, right?" Your eyes got filled up with tears, but you tried to not cry in front of him since it might make him more furious. Taehyung sat on his chair and sighs with an angry red face. "Please leave." You immediately left the room and ran towards the end of the corridor where no one would see you, and you bursted in tears. As soon as Taehyung stepped out of the room, he overheard a few students talking about him and you. "I'm so jealous of Ryan. She's so lucky to have married the school's hottest man. That's there, but Mr. Kim is also lucky to have married Ryan. You know, all the school boys were crazy about her, but she never even went out on a single date with anyone in last 3 years. Why is that? She always loved Mr. Kim and never considered any other boys. She just wanted to be his one day. I hope she's happy with him. Listening to all this filled Taehyung's heart with guilt, and he immediately wanted to find you to apologize to you. After some wandering, he saw you standing at the corner end of the corridor crying. As he started to walk towards you, he saw another professor going near you. The professor said, "Look, Ryan, you're a sweet girl. You deserve someone who loves you. How long will you live with a stone-hearted man like him? Leave him." "Sir, it's my personal matter. He's my husband and he cares for me. I don't need to go to anyone else. I'm very happy with him. Next time, please don't say anything wrong about him. He's my husband and I respect him a lot. I won't allow anyone talk rubbish about him." And you left. Taehyung thought to himself, "I feel so small of myself. She loves me so much and I treat her so disrespectfully. I definitely don't deserve her. I'm a pathetic human being." That evening, Taehyung was feeling extremely shameful about his behavior. He went to one of his regular clubs where he usually hangs out when he's alone. After having 2-3 drinks, he went home. On reaching home, he saw you sitting on your study table and studying. Taehyung looks at the clock and walks up to you. While writing down your notes, you felt the presence of someone standing behind you. "It's 11:30. Why are you up for so long?" Your body language immediately gets alert. I'm preparing notes. I've thought to study extra hours starting from today." "Stand up." You stood up and asked him in a trembling voice. What did I do, sir?" Taehyung took your hands in his, walks you to the bed nearby and makes you sit on the bed while he knelt down on both his knees. You saw him drunk for the first time. His eyes were red and you got terrified seeing him this way. "Okay, firstly, I'm not your sir here. This is our home, understood?" You nodded in a yes. "So what will you call me going forward?" Mr. Kim?" "No, you'll call me Taehyung." "How can I? Why not? I'm your husband, right?" "Okay, sir. I mean, Mr. Kim. Taehyung." "Good." He gets up and closes all your books that were lying open on the table. "Listen to me. Your health is a priority. You should definitely study better, but you need not sacrifice your sleep and health behind it, okay?" "Okay, sir. Taehyung. And now tell me." He kneels down again. "Why do you put up with my nonsense all the time?" "Sir?" He makes straight eye contact with yours. "Don't you have a voice? Why don't you fight with me when I treat you badly?" Your throat has dried up with nervousness. "Listen, Ryan. The last thing I want is for my wife to be scared of me. I only scold you because I'm concerned about your future. You used to be so bright before marriage." "I understand." He lifted your chin up and said, "I'm sorry, Ryan. I said really mean things to you this morning. Please forgive me. I'll try to be a better husband." "Please don't say like this. It's okay." "Oh, Ryan, you're such a sweetheart and I was so rude to you. I promise I'll treat you better. I also promise I'll be more attentive in class." He kissed your forehead and stood up. "By the way, why aren't you able to sleep well for last 10-15 days?" You say hesitantly, "I don't know why, but even though I live here with you, I miss you." Taehyung made you stand up by asking for your hand. He took both of your hands in his and said, "You made me the luckiest guy on this planet by marrying me. I had been the biggest fool to not realize it. I promise you'll never feel lonely here again. You smiled. For the first time ever, he noticed the way you blush. He tugs your hair behind your ear and says, "Wine? Yeah. Are you sleepy?" "No. Why?" "Since you sleep in all my lectures all the time, I'm thinking to keep you awake whole night tonight as your punishment." "I don't understand." "I'll help you." He gripped your waist in his hand and bent his head down to reach for your lips. You started trembling since you weren't ready for it. He placed his lips on yours, and for a minute, your whole world changed. This is the moment you had dreamt in your head for years. You gasped. He pulled your body closer to his, leaving no space in between, and gave you a gentle shove on the bed. He came on top of you and stared at you lovingly. You turned red with shyness. You were contemplating if you should respond or not. He nibbled on your earlobe and his body started moving against yours. You couldn't help moving your hands on his back. As you did that, he left a moan and started kissing you again, more wildly. Your eyes kept shut and you both embraced each other's bodies.